Good evening, whiskey and aficionados of all variety. This is the Mad Mix Not Cheap Whiskey Review number 40, I believe this is. So, semi-milestone. We're getting up there. We're heading on almost 100 whiskey reviews at this point, which is kind of surprising. I started this as a goof, and it's kind of just kept going. I picked up this bottle probably a couple weeks ago or so. This is GlenGrant's 12. Mad Mix Not Cheap Whiskey Review number 40. GlenGrant 12 year. Picked this up a couple weeks ago. Completely forgot to do a review on it, and you can see I freaking punished this bottle one of the nights I was sitting down with it, so I figured I better get a review on it before there's nothing left to review. With that being said, if I remember correctly, I think this was like a $51 bottle. Somewhere in there. It was less than 55. I think it was like $50.99 or $51.99. So it was either a $51, $52 bottle. It is a, what does it say? Speyside. What does it say? Rothes Speyside single malt Scotch. So I've done some real bangers lately. That what was that other one? That GlenDrant. Oh, that was a fantastic whiskey. But that was also a $70 bottle. So I've had some real bangers lately. So whatever, we'll dig this one in. I don't really remember a whole lot about this, how this tasted, because I had it maybe a week ago or so, and I had quite a few of them. So let's get the schnoz right up in the glass, peeps. Yeah, it's got a nice sweet aroma. It doesn't say anything about this being any kind of finish or any kind of sherry cask aged or any kind of cask. So I believe this is just a straight up single malt. Nothing stands out to me on the packaging that says anything about the finish on it. So I think this is just a straight single malt Scotch. Unlike the last one that GlenDrant was completely sherry aged in sherry barrels for its 12-year lifespan. I believe it's just a straight up single malt. And it smells like it. You get the malt. It's nice, light, sweet malt flavor, malt scent to it. You get hints of some kind of fruit, like light fruit, not pitted fruit. So that's what makes me think this is probably just a straight up whiskey. You get more like that apple, maybe peachish type of smell in the background. Not like the deep fruits you get with sherry aging. Yeah, it's light, it's sweet, it's kind of nice. It's very nice. I'll get a little bit of bite of ethanol on it, but not a lot. Not a lot. Not, if you huff it in big enough, you get the ethanol on it, but not a ton of it. Yeah, I mean, the nose isn't spectacular. I'd say it's sweet. You get that vanilla. You get maybe some hints of lighter fruit, like some apples or something like that. Something really light. And the malt, but you can tell just by sniffing it that it's sweet. I can tell it's going to be sweet just by by smelling it. So enough of that. Let's get one down the gullet, see what it's got going. Yeah, that's nice. Right up front on the palate, you get smacked with fruit right up front. Like the malt's not even there up front. I get the spice, that lingering spice in the back end too. That's nice. Yeah, it's like sweet vanilla fruit. Like it almost tastes like a light fruit dessert, you know what I mean? Or like a light fruit candy, you know what I mean? Something like that. Like if you ate I don't want to, like an apple ring or, some kind of apple dessert. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, very pleasant nose. Let's get one more sip. This one shouldn't take long. Yeah, it's nice. It's very sweet. You get that fruit almost right up front, a lighter fruit, not heavy fruit. That sweetness travels right through the mid palate, and then in the back you get a nice spice. It has a nice baking spice. Once that spice sets in, it's almost like, like grandma's old stewed apples. If you ever had a grandmother who made stewed apples, those things were fantastic when my grandmother made them. Or something like that, or like how applesauce might have a lingering like cinnamon or spicy flavor at the background. This has that. It's very good. There's not much left in there to see the color, but you can see it's probably not any kind of age because, and it's probably not colored because it's a very light for a 12-year whiskey. All right, the Mad Mix Not Cheap Whiskey Review number 40. GlenGrant 12-year Speyside single malt Scotch. I'm going to give this an 8.6. I think it's good, 8.7 maybe. It's good. You know what I mean? I've been giving out a lot of scores lately, but these have been all pretty good freaking scotches I've been drinking. I like it. It's sweet. It's approachable. If you're not afraid to spend 51 bucks on a bottle, this is a very good for like a beginning scotch drinker who wants to try something not overwhelming. You know, that's not super duper complex. This has a little complexity in the glass, but not like that GlenDronic. That GlenDronic was like, oh, good God, that was such a good scotch. But if you're not into sherry and you're not into having like a mouthful of character, this is nice. This is a good, very good, straightforward single malt scotch with a good sweetness, a good fruit presence, and a nice lingering spice finish at the back, and very smooth and drinkable and approachable. This definitely gets my recommendation. It's just a matter of whether you're willing to pop the 51 bucks on the bottle. So, it is 43% alcohol. I like that. You know, right around 86. Would I like to see my scotches a little bit more proofy? Yes, I would. And some of them have been. But, you know, I appreciate the fact that some of these 12-year single malts would take it up to 43 instead of just keeping it at 40. Because honestly, those 6 extra proof points, they can make a difference in a scotch. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that some of these single malts take it up a little bit above 40. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even mind it going higher. Hell, I'd like to taste what the cask strength of this stuff tastes like. I like to do that with every distillery because I'm a cask strength guy. But I'll take the proof points when I can get them. And this is a very good whiskey. I would definitely recommend it. It's just up to you whether it's worth the price. So with that being said, love yourself, respect yourself. Always do that. Always love your family and friends. Show them some respect and love. And love not cheap whiskey. Especially GlenGrant. GlenGrant, sorry for the tongue twister. This is a good one. I recommend it for sure. Later, my peeps. I'll see you on the next one.